Hello, dear electrical students. Welcome to Power System Protection lecture series. Today, we are going to learn a simple concept of magnetic circuit, that is magnetic inrush currents. It is also called as inrush phenomenon, and which is most important topic of transformer protection, where transformer have to decide it is a fault or a normal or healthy condition. So when inrush current comes, it is behave like a fault, but where it is a normal inrush phenomenon. Let us understand through a normal simple circuit, where transformer primary is connected with AC supply V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and flux generates phi m cos theta. Primary is connected with AC supply, and which is connected with switch, where switch is on, the uh, voltage applied and flux circulates within the magnetic circuit, and inrush current will flow within some seconds, but it achieves a very high level, like it is 8 to 30 times more current than a full load current. So you can see that if full load current is like sinusoidal waveform, then inrush is like its top of its value. So now some mathematical terms, it is easy to explain that how it's achieved. Let the flux in the transformer is written as phi is equal to phi m sin omega t. Now V, so induced voltage V is equal to N. N means turns of magnetic core, and multiplied with d phi by dt, means induced voltage V is the multiplication of turns and flux variation with reference to time. So N is equal to phi m omega cos omega t. N phi m omega and cos omega is converts into sin omega t plus 90. Now the applied voltage is exactly equal to the induced voltage. So जितना हम अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उतना इंड्यूस्ड हो रहा है, बट there is a behavior of voltage and flux which is different. It is not that same. So flux is lags behind the 90 angle from voltage. So there is a lags between 90 angle, where the flux achieved its zero value and voltage achieved its maximum value or minimum value, like this in a waveform, where flux is cuts the zero position and voltage achieved its maximum, and carry on. So this flux lags the applied voltage by 90. Now therefore, when the flux when the voltage is passing through the zero or becoming positive, the flux should be its negative or increasing. So this time is approx t by 2 half cycle. So flux variate between minus maximum and flux maximum. So the change of flux is average 2 phi m, means 2 into phi m means double of maximum in t by 2 seconds. Like you can see in the figure that the applied voltage from 0, it's achieved in t by 2, then t and 2t, It is constantly sinusoidal waveform. Then other is steady state flux, which is varied by 90 angle minus phi to plus phi. So its average is 2 phi m. You can see the other figure, which is magnetic saturation behavior, where saturation of magnetic core is displayed. Now let us assume that transformer is switched on at positive zero crossing of the voltage waveform. So where voltage is zero, but some residual flux is working on. Assume that residual flux is also zero. Thus, initial value of flux is zero, but subsequently the flux must have same rate of change and same waveform as it has a steady state. Thus, flux must reach the peak value of plus 2 phi m. Now, in the half cycle, since power transformer operate on the knee of the saturation curve, a flux demand of 2 phi m. So this drives the transformer core deep into saturation, causing it to draw a very large magnetizing current with a peak of non-sinusoidal waveform. The magnetizing current is therefore very high, of the order of 8 to 30 times the full load current. This current is called as a inrush current. The time constant of this transient component of current could be the order of few seconds at worst. This this whole inrush concept, the whole activity is, it is only for few seconds, but it will make a malfunctioning of the protection of transformer. So we have to uh, focus very strongly the inrush phenomenon, where it is explained via mathematical terms also, where voltage V is equal to simple terms Vm sin omega t and also n d phi by dt. So when we equal both the explanation and both the mathematical formula, d phi is Vm by n sin omega t dt, where phi is equal to Vm by n epsilon sin omega theta dt, where minus Vm upon n omega cos omega t plus theta plus k, where k is the constant of integration. The value of k can be found from the initial condition, where t is equal to 0, phi is equal to phi r is equal to residual flux, where जब भी वोल्टेज इंड्यूस होता है t इज इक्वल टू ज़ीरो पे, फाई आर कुछ मैग्नेटिक कोर में रहता है, फाई इज इक्वल टू फाई आर. So we will search about phi r, that is minus Vm n omega cos theta plus k, where k is equal to phi r plus Vm n omega cos theta. So the expression for flux in the transformer in the initial movements just after switching can be written as phi, total phi is equal to phi r plus Vm upon n omega cos theta minus Vm n omega cos omega t plus theta. We can write Vm by n omega is phi m. So the peak value of the flux giving total phi is equal to residual flux plus maximum flux cos omega t minus maximum flux of cos omega t plus theta. So there are three factors which is acting on this concept, where first one is a residual flux, second one is the instant of switching theta, and third one is the magnetic property of core, means the amount of magnetic current required to produce the given amount of flux, जो कि 2πm को बैलेंस करने के लिए जितना करंट चाहिए वो करंट के लिए लोड करंट 8 to 30 टाइम्स ज़्यादा चाहिए. That is the magnetic property of core. So we see that on theta is equal to 0, phi r is equal to plus phi m. जो रेसिडुअल फ्लक्स है वो मैक्सिमम फ्लक्स जितना है. The flux attains at amplitude of 3 phi m at omega t plus pi radian. So 3 phi m का जो फ्लक्स डिमांड है उसको सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए ट्रांसफॉर्मर primary draws a very large magnetizing current with a peak of non-sinusoidal waveform. So inrush is also experienced whenever there are sudden changes in the system, such as sudden recovery of system voltage on clearing of fault somewhere in the system. So while in unloaded transformer which is being switched on experiences inrush at adjacent transformer also, and which is in the service, that transformer also have a smaller degree of inrush. This is known as sympathetic inrush, जो कि बाजू में जो ट्रांसफॉर्मर है वो भी उस एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व हो जाता है, जिसको बोलते हैं सिंपथेटिक इनरश. एक ट्रांसफॉर्मर में इनरश आता है, उसके बाजू में जो ट्रांसफॉर्मर है उसमें भी इनरश आता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सिंपथेटिक इनरश, एंड वेयर such a high current flows on one side of transformer, it looks like an internal fault to the differential scheme and ends up a spill current. So differential scheme में जो spill current है वो spill current को increase करता है और एक रिले को माल फंक्शन होकर वो ट्रिपिंग कमांड दे देता है. As seen in section, a short circuit of terminals of a transformer causes similar magnitudes of current to flow. Hence, the percentage differential relay is likely to maloperate on the magnetizing inrush. So, ये magnetizing inrush से ही ये डिफरेंशियल प्रोटेक्शन स्कीम्स में माल फंक्शनिंग होता है और उसके हिसाब से ट्रिपिंग कमांड जाता है. ये मैग्नेटाइजिंग इनरश कब कब होता है? जब हम कोई अनलोडेड ट्रांसफॉर्मर को स्विच ऑन करते हैं या फिर जो फॉल्ट आता है तब ट्रांसफॉर्मर शटडाउन कर दिया जाता है और वापस जब चालू करते हैं तब ये इनरश करंट आता है. तो जब न्यूली प्रोड्यूस होता है वोल्टेज कोर में तो मैग्नेटिक कोर जो है वो उसका बिहेवियर देखने को मिलता है और इनरश प्रोड्यूस होता है. तो उसके हिसाब से अगर माल फंक्शनिंग ना हो और रिले ट्रिपिंग कमांड न दे और उसको एक नॉर्मल बिहेवियर की तरह ही उसको एक नॉर्मल बिहेवियर जो है मैग्नेटिक कोर का बिहेवियर है उसके तरह से ही लें, उसके हिसाब से हमें एक ज़्यादा सेटिंग करनी पड़ेगी जिसको बोलते हैं percentage differential relay with harmonic restraint. So this scheme will help to differentiate the faulty condition and magnetizing inrush condition. So we will look in next lecture. Thank you.